I know a few of you guys had came up to me. You guys had a couple questions about certain students that are in your class that might have accommodations. So for all the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade teachers, if you guys have a student who is other health impaired, specific learning disabled, autistic, or even language, those students will be receiving accommodations on the assessment. A couple of the questions that was brought to my attention was, well, he's only language, but language deals with comprehension. So for the majority of those language impaired students, they're going to get time and a half or twice the allotted time. And then our OHI students, a lot of them are going to get a lot of frequent breaks throughout their accommodations. But Ms. Todman has went ahead, she has broken down and created a list of where all the students that are getting accommodations on where they'll report. So you guys will not have those students in your room. A lot of them they have the test with a very small ratio. So when I say that, it might be 4 to 10 kids. So everyone, like Pellegrino will have a group, I will have a group, Marchese. Also, is Mr. Perry here? All right, and he's all brought. All right, so you guys have a particular student, he's getting accommodation via computer. We are trying to let him use the computer as much during writing cafe in the morning. So if there's any kind of writing assignments, it might be best to just allow him to start trying to submit his assignments by using the laptop with Microsoft Word. When students that get the dictation or that accommodation, he's gonna be able to type his essay because of his handwriting. Also, we have some students that are one-to-one testing. Those students will be pulled single-handed with just one adult and will receive all of their accommodations. The biggest thing is that because they're getting extended time, you guys will be testing with your students, but a lot of the students that are getting accommodations, they will be coming back like way after the other students' tests. But my biggest concern is that we're just trying to prepare them. So we're trying to encourage the students to have extra time. Please use your extra time. A lot of them don't realize. Some students, they're like, no, I get extra time. Some of them are actually not taking advantage of their accommodation, and because they're not taking advantage of it, it's kind of like they're just sitting in a room for an extra hour or two. So for those students that have IEPs, I encourage you guys to try to encourage them to take advantage of their accommodations, because we're only allowed to say so much. Like, I can't make a kid. Okay, if he says he's done, I could be like, well, do you want to, you have extended time. That's all I could say. So I would say to just try to encourage them to use their accommodations. Does anyone in here have any questions about their students that they think might have accommodations that has not been getting pulled?
Did we make the decisions for Marco?
Yes.
Because he's on my list right now. I'm just asking.
Yeah, no, that decision's made for him. And then also there's a few that have 504 plans. Those students as well will be pulled. So anyone if you guys have attended meetings for those students that have 504 plans, they are also going to be getting their accommodations on the assessment. We have a couple more students that will be staffed in prior to testing, meaning this week. Those students even though we're tested in, it could be the day before testing. Their IEPs will be finalized this week, and they will be able to receive their accommodations for the assessments when we get back from spring break.
So that means updating your roster. If that happens, I will give you an updated roster. So don't worry.
Yeah, so like she has one now. At the end of this week, I can't do any staffings when we're on break. So this Friday will be the finalized list with all the new 504 students that we have and all of the new kids that have eligibilities. But the biggest thing is I don't want you guys to worry about it, because they will be removed to receive their accommodations. Because a lot of you guys have been finding me in the hallways asking me, what to do with it, but it'll be handled through support staff and other testers. So is there any more questions? Like, anybody have any other questions or any concerns about any student that they think might need something that we're not providing at this moment? You're good? Okay, so like I said, all those students that have an eligibility, all of them are receiving accommodations. All of them will receive their accommodations. And as I said, on testing days, they will have very long testing sessions. So just be mindful, like, when they come back. Other than that, I would Ms. McClary found today where it actually lists all the students' accommodations. Where'd you find it on campus, right?
Canvas.
And it will actually give you a breakdown of the accommodations that that student is entitled to. So I think it's wise that you guys know the accommodations that they're getting, because then you guys implement it within your classroom, and then it's normal for them during testing time. But as far as accommodations, we're offering all these things: flexible scheduling, responding, reader to read, extended time, breaks. We're doing all of that, okay? So if there's no questions, that's it for me.
Thank you, Ms. Jones.
All right.